Hello everyone and welcome to my Tactile tutorial, part 1. Today I will be teaching you how to make a character, and it's really easy, and as soon as you get used to it, you'll be able to make it in a few minutes. Today we are going to be using graphics gale in GIMP to make Erica. Alrighty, so here we go to our Tactile editor. Let's just make a new actor, 184, Erica. And now this ID refers to, events, just the ID, event supports, stuff like that. The name shows what's in game. Now you can't have two actors of the same name, but what you can do, if you want to have two actors be named the same, is do an underscore, and then Erica underscore 1, or Erica underscore 2. And these two will not be the same, but they'll show up in the same game. Or like this, they'll show up as the same name in the game. Now let's make, obviously, her level, her class. Let's make her Myrmidon for right now, why not? Gender, obviously she's a female. Affinity, animal, why not? Description, blah, blah, princess. Now to add new lines to your description, all you have to do is press enter. That's it, and it's as simple as that. Just play around with it. I think it's like 6 at most, so you have plenty of space for the description. And now obviously her faces, so it does whatever growth, say go up by 5 each time you set that. And now as you see for the base total stat, HP is counted as 0.5 of a point, and so is HP for the growths. I'm not sure if there's a way to change that, but weapon levels, obviously it's weapon levels. Skills, you would choose skill from from anything really. So your advantage weapon, is it a, this will automatically assume it's a weapon if this is unchecked, so you check that, it turns into an item. Give her an iron sword and a vulnerary. Why not? Supports I will go after a little bit later when we reach supports. Alrighty, so that should be it for the actual adding character data. Now we have to do face, and the face is a little bit tricky at first, but when you get used to it, it becomes really easy to do. So here we have our Erica face. And what I like to do is, I like to get a tactile, already done face, and just edit that to add the character, rather than just, trying to guess at what I'm trying to do. So, here we go. But before I want to do this, let's jump into graphics gale and make Erica blonde. Alrighty, now that we have graphics gale open, this should be the first thing you see in graphics gale. And it may look intimidating at first, but do not worry. It's really simple and we're not going to do very much. So let's just drag the portrait into graphics gale. And then you can use control mouse wheel to zoom in and such. And now we want to go to all frames and then color depth. And usually you can just press OK. It'll read it. And then it gives us everything used here will be up here. So right now it's using 6, 9, 12, 16 colors. Now let's make Erica blonde. Here we can see that this is her light shade of hair, and it'll change everything in the photo, or everything in the PNG, my bad. And now we want to make her blonde, so it's as simple as, just doing it. Or just setting in the RGB to whatever the colors are. Now if you don't know RGBs, you could use other portraits or use paint to help you with RGBs. Like I'm doing right now, actually, sort of. Alrighty, and there we go. We made Erica blonde in like 2 minutes. If we had to sit there and do that with paint, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10, I don't know. Okay, now since we got that, we're wanting to go to export, and then, you know, choose PNG, of course, and then OK. And then next you're going to want to choose the place where it is. I'm going to, of course, pick desktop. And then boom. Now it's going to be named a little bit funny at the end, but that's because I guess it's showing like frame specific stuff. Also, you want to be really careful of what changes, because look at her eyes, they're a little bit messed up. It don't matter. It's just a tutorial. And now we're done with graphic scale. Now we can move on to actually making the Erica face. Now you don't have to line it up like that. I typically do. And now we gotta do something a little bit tricky, but you know. Where is that again? Like here. I want to grab that. Set it right there because that's our lowest point. I think we could have actually just grabbed this one and it would be basically the same. Let me see real quick. Yeah, it would have just been the same as that bottom right one. And now we can grab these two. Let me grab it like this. Now this is its standard frame. It'll actually go over this face. So what you put here technically doesn't matter, but it, you know, this goes over this. So this is the first standard frame, this is mid talking, and this is the third frame for talking, or I guess the return talking. And now for the eyes, we have to actually do manually. So it's copied from the other one. It's already done. Put that there. And now let's try to find where exactly it is. Looks like it's right there. Okay. As again, standard face, mid blink, blink. Okay, so now what this refers to is in battle face. Like the faces in battle you see whenever you you know, fight or the battle scene. Now this is the first frame port is idle, like what you're just doing, just standing there. The second frame is attacking, so whenever you start an attack, this face will play. Getting hit will be the third frame, so whenever you get hit, you'll play that face. And whenever you kill something on the fourth place, it'll play that face. And down here is the me mug. So let me get everything set up. Now this has to be 28 pixels long, but it does not have to be, you know, 65 pixels wide. It could be pretty wide. I don't know the exact limit. Alrighty, next we're gonna actually... Nah, never mind. But we are going to open graphic skill and save this. Now we're actually going to want to name this whatever the actor is. So for right now, let's just call it Erica. We're going to rename that to Erica 2. Alright. And now that we have graphic skill open, we can finally start making stuff transparent. Now if you don't know how to make stuff transparent, it's really simple. You drag it into the middle of graphic scale, the PNG you want to change. You can zoom in with control mouse wheel. And typically, since I already have it, it usually stays, but you'd want to go to layer or, click on it with the magic brush. And sometimes if you do that, it will actually just make it white. What you need to do then is go to layer, transparency, and then make alpha channel. And that will allow you to make stuff transparent. And then you just go around making everything you don't want in there transparent. Oh, it seemed I accidentally forgot to make the blinking frames. Alright, let's fix that in here actually. So let's grab the Erica. Not necessarily, I don't like copying and pasting stuff in graphics scale, not graphics scale, GIMP, because it's a little bit weird sometimes. Control V that into there and then move it with the arrows keys, or you can move it with your mouse. Either way works. Alright, click off of it, and then click that spot again, and it'll be transparent. Oh, I see what I did. That's a little bit awkward. Okay, let me fix that real quick. Perfect music to go with the situation, I guess. Click off of that. Alright, and make that transparent. Alrighty. And you can override it or you can export as. Typically I override it, but if you have like a JPEG, you need to turn into a PNG, go to export as, change that to, .png instead of a JPEG. Let's say we want to share it to desktop. Click replace, or save it, whatever. And then you want to do save gamma and save layer offset, and then export it. And boom. Since we're not done with graphics skill, I'm actually gonna just discard changes. This actually won't matter because the PNG is already saved. So you can just discard this, or you can save as. It doesn't matter. I always discard, actually. And now you just drag this into faces. Drag into the editor, by the way. Click faces, click OK, go to faces, look for said face, you did, and then auto match frames. And then boom. Oh, it actually seems like I messed up a little bit. Alrighty. Which part did I mess up? Oh, I see. Okay. I'll be right. Oh yeah. Now that I forget. Before I forget, I mean, if you want to make diagonal, like pixels go away, click diagonal neighbors, and they'll do it. They'll connect it, and make sure to make the threshold 0 always. It is very necessary because if you make it like, let's say 88, and do that, it's like, oh, oopsies, I messed up, So always make that 0, or at least I do. Right. Alright, okay. Give me a second. Okay. So now that we have that face, let me just drag it in real quick. I accidentally closed GIMP. So drag that into faces. Yep. Usually I go off the screen to make it reset. And there we go. And now everything should be working. Alrighty. So now that's in there, we're pretty much done. Mess with the pitch. Now, if you want to have emotions, here's what we would do. Want to make this a little bit awkward at first, but then it all comes together. So make that go all the way down there. Grab these. Put it like that. Make sure when you do it to have the blue line bars go under their faces. So these two are the exact same length. Like, let's see. This is going to be 96, like, pixels long. And this is going to be 96 pixels long. It has to be this way, otherwise the faces sort of glitch out. And then we can just, pop those up again and put them under the faces, and it'll automatically connect with each other. And this, we're gonna have this face be, let's say, one, right? And this is gonna be face 2. Okay. And now that we have that, we hop into graphic scale, not graphic scale, GIMP. We make it transparent again. As for the max emotions, I'm not actually sure. I just know maybe 4 or 5 is usually typically good enough. Alrighty, so overwrite that. And now we're done with GIMP. Let's put it into faces. And now you may have seen right there, it glitched out a little bit because the emotions need to be set to 2. And there you go. It's all set up and it's ready to go for multiple emotions. I will be showing you how to pull them out later, but this is the default face. So it needs to be the default face. And that should be it. You've made your character. Let's go into the unit editor and see. Oh, obviously she's okay, so she's gonna be a little bit short here because I messed up. But typically that's not gonna happen. So you want to go to status, or I guess to fix that, you want to go to status, and you just want to line them up. Save that. Open unit editor again. Make sure you compile your content. Very important. And then here we go. And boom! There it is. And that is how you make a character in Tactile. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial and I hope it helped. See you next time.